Just give the word.
Let's see.
Yes?
Zaraka.
Huh?
Zarek guides me.
Corporal?
Interesting.
Huh? Help you with something?
That island in the lake. That is the Creators Guild, isn't it?
Yeah? Why you asking?
It might be the distance, but it looked a lot more populated when I was last there.
That's because after your father's war, a lot of the Creator's mages left. They were afraid of being out in the open, so to speak.
Why? The Creators Guild didn't participate in the war, did it? Same as Everlight.
Yeah, but that didn't stop the common folk and the refugees who came here from blaming them. There were even attacks on the guild.
Well, not all the common folk, as you call it, took part in them. I know the Creator's mages haven't ever done anything foul. What happened during that attack was a bloody tragedy. The mayor saw that the people who did it were put on the gallows.
I want to set over. How much will that cost?
25 gold. And no haggling.
I want to cross the lake.
Sure. Where to? Got it. Hop in.
This way, right?
Now would you look at that?
Huh? Help you with something?
Huh? Sure.
Let's see. Interesting. Will do.
You got it.
Now would you look at that?
As a neutral, apolitical association of mages solely devoted to the study of magic, the members of the Creators Guild were among the few gifted that remained neutral during your father's war. Though not comparable to the great universities of Kalaya, it is safe to say that Fiara owes many of its magical and technological advancements to them.
Here we are. Impressive.
And there's people down the hall. We should...
Interesting. We do not get visitors often these times.
Who are you?
I'm Undergast. I suppose you could call me the head of the guild. I sensed someone was coming and that someone had an intriguing aura. Now I know who it is. You are Isamo Tahar's child, are you not?
How do you know?
Well, I have studied Isamo Tahar's magic quite extensively, especially since the end of the Mage Wars. He was a remarkable man. Yours and his magical aura have a lot of similarities.
A remarkable man?
Yes.
Does that mean you supported him?
No, that is not what I said. I merely stated that he, as a mage and a man, was remarkable, unusual or special, and therefore surprising or worth mentioning. My opinion on the war is an entirely different matter.
How are our auras similar?
Well, hard to say. You can simply tell that you're related. And there's something else about you that is, well, strange.
I get that a lot. Could you elaborate?
It is hard to say. There's something peculiar about you. An oddity in your aura which I cannot make sense of. I'm sorry. Either way, I assume you are here for a reason. How may we, the little that is left of us, help you?
I was wondering if you could tell me more about the Creators Guild.
Maybe I should begin with the question, what do you know about us already?
I know that you're a neutral association of mages that didn't participate in the Mage Wars. That's about it.
Well, and that is about the core of our guild. We are mages devoted to study, science, and the preservation of knowledge, and we do not involve ourselves in political conflict. We were founded in the year 231 by a woman named Goddess Bowdry. Ever since, the Creators Guild has been a constant in the ever-changing political landscape of Northander.
So you are the leader of the guild?
Well, I do not see myself as such, but yes, the majority of the guild considers me its leader.
The ferryman told me about an attack on the guild after the Mage Wars. He said it was the reason there are so few mages left on this island. Is that true?
Yes, but it was not just the attack. There was also an internal disagreement.
That attack, how did it end? Am I right to assume you stopped it?
Of course. They were trying to kill us, so we fought back and killed them instead. At least until their morale was broken. Looking back, I think that this display of power was something we should have done earlier. Only because we were peaceful, the people who attacked us assumed that we were defenseless. They will not make the same mistake again.
That's a very dry way of seeing it.
If by dry you mean that it lacks the emotional aspect most people would add to a statement like this, then yes, I suppose it is. But again, it was not only the attack that diminished our numbers, but also a disagreement we had within the guild.
What kind of disagreement?
I would prefer not to talk about it. I am sorry.
Actually, we're here for a reason. We're investigating the Bloodburn. Is there anything you or your guild knows about it?
The Bloodburn? You're studying it?
I guess you could say that. Yes.
Interesting. No, we do not know more about it than most alchemists or apothecaries at this point, though our general consensus is that we doubt the corporeal origin of the plague. There is magic involved in it.
Well, you're right about that. It is magical and it is connected to the Shapers.
The Tsarland, that's interesting. Say, would you mind to tell me more? You seem to know a lot of variables which we are not aware of yet.
I'll tell you, but we should find somewhere to sit. It's a long story.
Of course. Well, this is both fascinating and peculiar.
What do you make of it?
I do not believe in visions and prophecy, unless they come from a dreamweaver, so I'm uncertain. There is no arguing that this man Rondar Lacane knew more about the Bloodburn than most people. And his clues led you to Mullendeer, which is nothing short of impressive. So you believe that the Bloodburn is caused by Shaper telepathy? Is that correct?
It is a theory, but yeah. Rogue telepathy, so to speak.
I see. I would like to come with you.
What?
I was clear, was I not? I would like to come with you. Your story is nothing short of fascinating. The Shaper City, the Bloodburn, and this Nexus. I would like to accompany you and help. I have a wide knowledge of the magic and the Shapers, and have a strong interest in finding a cure for the Bloodburn.
What about the guild? Aren't you their leader?
I am, but that does not bind me to stay. It is common for creators' mages to head out to expeditions. They have become rarer due to the war, but still, there is nothing stopping me from coming back when our business is concluded.
Well, why not? Just know that it will be dangerous.
I can defend myself. Quite well, in fact. However, there is one thing I need to finish before I come with you. Study. Maybe you could help. This would facilitate matters.
As long as it doesn't take too much time, yes. What are you studying?
Simple. I have always been fascinated by the notion of sentience and the mind in general. What creates consciousness? What is it that distinguishes us as humans from a wolf who is slave to his instincts? Quite recently, a group of refugees who arrived in Everlight told me of a bizarre sight. They said that a stone golem took over the abandoned mine near the gates and has grown a soul, and apparently has been trading with the villagers and even befriended one of them. It all seems highly unlikely, but I want to investigate it.
A monster with a soul? How is that even possible?
I do not know. It is not the first time people have reported such occurrences, but most of the times they turned out to be a hoax. This is the first case I've heard that might be legitimate. If it's true, this might change the world forever. Can you imagine? The ramifications of such a discovery would be monumental. It is currently believed that only the 5 principal kinds are capable of conscious thought. Disproving that would change everything. Suddenly, would killing a monster not be a homicidal act? Would putting them in a cage not be considered slavery? And finally, is it right for the principal kinds to consider themselves special, chosen by the Guardians?
What do you need my help with?
Well, this is all an exciting scholarly prospect, but a golem is still a golem. So if the monster goes feral, I will require assistance. I can defend myself, but still it would be unwise to go there alone. I will get prepared and meet you at the mine. Do you know where it is?
Tell me.
Up north, at the top of the Iskander mountain. I will go as soon as possible.
Fair enough. I'll see you there. What do we need?
Odd fellow. But he's a capable mage, that's for sure.
Sure.
What? I have no need for distractions.
Oh, someone interested in history.
You have a strange aura. Interesting.
Excuse me?
Your aura, it's different. Cold. Anyway, forgive my manners. Callaghan Theo, archiver of the Creators Guild. How may I help you?
I'm looking for someone. An archaeologist named Ilbertus Watley.
Watley? That man obsessed with his island?
Yes. What do you know about him?
Not much. Only that he showed up here some years ago asking for funding for his bizarre excavation. All the nobles who usually fund these kinds of things had rejected him. However, he didn't have any proof backing up his claims, other than him claiming to be of Hibernian ancestry, just like Queen Aelith. So we had to send him away as well, which didn't stop him from digging.
He thinks he's a Hibernian?
Well, he said that his great-great-great-great-grandmother was part Hibernian or something along those lines, though he didn't have any of the Queen's gifts.
And he also claimed that, through his heritage, he has been having those strange dreams since his childhood of a secluded island within the Black Sea that no explorer has ever laid eyes upon.
And I take it you didn't believe him.
Well, I wanted to, and so did the other archivers. But the moment we start giving out money for fascinating stories alone is the moment we will stop existing.
Why would he dig an Everlight to find an island?
Because apparently there's a Shaper portal that might take him there. Or a Hibernian portal, I don't remember. It's been a while.
Fascinating.
If you and the nobles denied him the means to do an excavation, how did he dig?
That's where it gets tragic. He spent his entire heritage.
To no avail.
Not entirely. He found what resembled a portal, but it was just dead, cold stone. It didn't take him anywhere. He tried to activate it for years, but ultimately his savings ran out. Now he lives in the Mud District, begging for food. He literally gave it all for his dream, but failed. A sad story. Why do you ask, though?
Because we're looking for that island.
Oh? Well, then you should probably talk to Watley himself. If you can find him, that is. I have to continue my work now. Safe travels, friends.
Let's see. Now would you look at that?
Yes? Want to trade? Good choice.
Interesting. Let's see.
Yes? Zarek guides me. Good move.
Now would you look at that?
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive
Well then, off to the Mud District. Let's hope Watley's still there.
And still alive.
That's the way.
Let's see. Yes. Greetings. Say, could you help me with something? I'm looking for a man called Ilbertus Watley.
Ilbertus what? Never heard of him. Sorry.
No problem. Chiara's blessing. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for someone named Ilbertus Watley. Ever heard of him?
Watley? Nah, don't think so.
I see. Thanks. Excuse me, madam. I'm wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for a man named Ilbertus Watley. He's supposed to live here.
Watley? Oh, you mean that beggar? Ah, he lives here. Does nothing but beg for coins at the marketplace all day long. What do you want from him?
Long story. Much obliged.
Blasted armor.
Fine.
Sure.
I think that's him.
A coin, kind sir. Please, all Father will reward you for your generosity.
Are you Sir Ilbertus Watley?
Yes, I am. Who are you? How do you know my name?
We're here because of the island in the Black Sea.
That accursed island. Tiara's breath. And here I thought I was done with it for good.
You seem bitter about it.
How did you guess? I sacrificed everything I had just for some deluded fantasy. From a nobleman in Tiara's grace to a beggar in the mud district. Quite the career, isn't it? And all because of some deluded childhood dream. Because I wanted to believe I'm special. Let's not talk about it.
Well, we know for a fact that it exists, and we want to find it.
What?
The island exists, and we have reason to believe there's something on it that we need. And we've been told that you tried to excavate an old Hibernian portal that could lead us there.
Forgive me, but this is a lot to take in.
But that portal exists.
Yes. Yes, it does. But it's useless. Just a piece of stone.
Another question. We were told that you consider yourself part Hibernian? Like the Queen?
Well, not anymore. But yes, I believed that for a very long time.
How come?
Long story. The short version is that I've had these strange dreams ever since I can remember. Dreams of turquoise marble, of old rituals and ancient dragons. But they were always so vivid, like a real memory.
And that led you to believe they were?
That and the fact that I've always felt different from others. But then again, who doesn't? In the end, the Creators Guild was right. I had nothing to back up my claims.
So you used up all your wealth to find that island?
Yes. As you probably know, no one was willing to fund my expedition. So I decided to take the matter into my own hands. Looking back, I can't believe how obsessed I was. Even when I sold the house my family had lived in for generations, I didn't see where that route was ultimately bound to take me. But I'd rather not talk about it. I hope you understand.
How did you learn of that island?
That's complicated. What it ultimately amounted to were some vague explorers' diaries, dreams, and an active imagination.
And that's all?
No, it's not. But please understand that this is a very painful chapter of my past, which I prefer to remain closed.
What exactly did you hope to find on that island?
Wealth. At least, that was part of it, and what I told my potential patrons. Then, of course, there was my supposed Hibernian heritage. But all that aside, Hibernian culture has always fascinated me. I studied archaeology in Greyfell, and as most archaeologists, I was always laughed at. Most people still consider it an expensive hobby for nobles rather than a true craft. I wanted to prove them wrong.
Oh, friend, I can relate to that. You wouldn't believe how much.
You can?
Be that as it may, we need to find a way to get to that island. And building a ship isn't an option. Can you show us that portal?
Haven't you listened? It doesn't work.
We need to try. Can you take us there?
Fine. I can. But only under one condition. You need to pay me. Now, believe me, I wouldn't ask this if I had a choice, but leaving this place during the busiest hours of the day means I'll end up with an empty belly tonight. Just give me 30 gold. That should last me for a week.
Take 60.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Meet me at the excavation site, will you? I need to take care of something first.
Okay, see you there.
Poor man. To give it all up for your dream and then fail. That must hurt.
Though not as uncommon as you might think. Some dreams just stay dreams. We just like to tell ourselves otherwise.